Okay, so I think we saw this bed being built, or at least some of this bed being built. So I just thought, kind of a nice evening. Let's shoot a real quick video. Kind of just explain to you guys some of the things I do. Give it a good look around. So, so our video was on, we make the extruded doors, not the recessed doors. So this is my long bed, skirted with toolboxes. Front one is like 32 inches wide, back one is like 22 inches wide. Same thing on the other side. They're 12 inches deep. All the LED lights, 2 brakes on the back, 4, I guess I should say. 1 on each side on the top. Reverse lights. So these reverse lights, these 6-inch ovals, the ones I get have a high beam and a low beam. So the high beam is your reverse light. The low beam, you have an option for to make those work lights. So if you're ever like loading something at night or vice versa or anything, you can wire those up. You just got to hook them to a switch. If a truck has an auxiliary switch, I'll offer to hook them into there. If not, I don't, unless you specifically ask me to. But yeah, so then all these marking lights, LED, license plate lights, obviously I don't have the license plate for it. So, and then you get a new 7 and a 4-way. I think it's a Hopkins is what we use. Yeah, Hopkins plug. 7-way, 4-way. Wired in. All the wiring is the airtight, the watertight stuff. Yeah, came out really, really good. The other thing we do is on our flatbeds. Not everybody does this. Is makes you a spot for your fill tube. Make sure the flow and everything's right on it. Yeah, really nice F-250. I said in another video, generally when I would do top racks or ladder racks, this would be 2 inches this way, or excuse me, 3 inches this way and 2 inches that way tubing, instead of this, which is 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch. The reason we went with 1.5 by 1.5 inch here is this distance between here, he wanted as much as possible because he has some toolboxes that are going to fit there, and it's going to be really, really tight. So we went with 1.5 inch instead of the regular our regular stuff, which is the 2 inch by 3 inch. I just like that because then it's a little stronger, but he's going to be able to throw everything he needs up top there. But yeah, just kind of a quick glimpse at what they look like when they're done, and then we mount them, wire them up. You know, everything works. I'm not going to even bother trying to turn the lights on for you because the sun's shining on them and you can't really even see it when it's on. So I'm not going to bother, but yeah, fun things to build. These ones take me about 38 hours, so I can get one done in a week, which is about what I've done on this one. On this one, I started it on a Monday, and I ending it now, which tonight is a Wednesday. But there was 1 week last week I didn't work on this, and then there was like 4 days where I only got to touch it for like 4 hours or something like that, or 3 days where I only got to touch it for 4 hours. So hour-wise, it comes out to about 38 hours for one of these, and that's paint, install, everything. I'm hoping with another guy we can crank them out a little faster, maybe get it to like somewhere around that, I don't know, I think 25 hours would be a good goal after doing a few of them. Because there's a lot of things where, you know, like when I'm cutting on the plasma table, you could be cutting on the chop saw. And when I'm, you know, wiring the lights. He could be putting the doors together, and there's a ton of stuff, just a ton of stuff. So, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick little look at what they look like when they're done. This is the first one with the top rack and the skirting that we've done in a while. So we're gonna post some pictures on it online and all that stuff with our pricing and whatnot. But yeah, so anyways, guys, it's the middle of the week. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm not even gonna bother starting the next one. We'll just start it in the morning. Yeah, perfect, guys. Perfect. All right, that's really all I got. Like what you see. As always, smash that subscribe button, like it, comment, share. I'm really hoping that someday, maybe this winter, I don't know when, we'll get to building our bed. I'll give you a little insight of how our bed for our white service truck that I wish was this clean, but whatever. We're gonna put a backpack here, and our bottles are gonna go in there, hand tools, like all that stuff. So we'll have a backpack stretches across here, okay? And then here, and the backpack, I think I figured it out that it's gonna come out like 22 inches. And then we'll have another little door on the skirt for welding rod on one side and, you know, maybe a miscellaneous straps on the other. Then we're gonna have 2 top trunk boxes that are gonna be like 6 inches deep, maybe. We're gonna have 2 of them here. On this back end right here, on mine, this is on mine, my plans, I'm gonna make a drawer that slides out, maybe like PPE, things of that nature in that one. I can slide it back in. This side's gonna mirror that side. On both sides we will have about this size box on this back side. But then we'll have 2 trunks again. The Lincoln will sit somewhere in here, and we will have it will actually be raised. So these boxes, because ours is a dually, so it's going to be 8 foot wide. They're going to be about 2 foot deep each side. Probably actually less, probably like 20 inches, so that we can, if we ever need to, like go far, we don't want to bring a trailer, but we got to bring some plate with us, we can slide a 4x8 sheet up this way. And up there, the engine drive is going to sit, but it's actually going to sit on a platform to where we can slide sheets all the way up and under it. So we're going to do that so that if we ever have to carry sheets of the plate with us, we can fit them on the truck. And then on the back side somewhere, we will have a turnover ball. Then obviously here will be the other side of the backpack. And we'll have access to 2 oxygen bottles. I'm thinking 2 oxygen and maybe propane down here, because I decided we're gonna keep running propane. I'm already set up for it, and why not? It works. I can get propane literally on any freaking corner, because all the gas station and party stores swap it out here. I can drive a mile down the road and get my propane swapped or refilled. There's 2 places that refill it. Again, 2 miles away. The closest place I can get acetylene is like 15-minute drive one way. So propane just makes sense for me. But then on the doors, I think I'm gonna make them open this way. But I've been thinking about making them open this way. Because if I make them open up, I can't really put anything on the doors. But if I make them open this way, I could put little pockets on the doors, you know, gloves or whatever. But somewhere in there, I'd like to have all of my tools, reels, all my torches and all that kind of stuff. Reels, we're gonna go here. I'd really like to get the diamond reels for stinger and ground and extension cord and torch hoses, but I don't know if that's gonna be a right away thing or not. But yeah, that's just kind of my thought process. I don't know, the back drawer I don't think is gonna be really thick, mainly just because we're gonna have the turnover bar up there, so we gotta beef that up enough and all them things. But I just thought it'd be kind of like a cool. Originally, I wanted to put a trunk back there too, but then I realized if I have a trunk back there, I can't open it if I have plate in there. So I thought, make a drawer, and literally just put like spare gloves, spare eye protection, face shield covers, stuff like that. I kind of have a rough plan drawn out on my computer, and in there I have a breakdown list of what tools I'm going to put in what box, and I'm not even filling up half of it, so there will be room to grow, which is good. Oh, that's the wrong key. There will be room to grow, which will be good. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I should clean the shop, but I'm just not going to. I don't know what it is about, like, after jobs. I don't like to, like, right away after jobs, I don't like to clean the shop. I like to do it before jobs. So like on a day, if I'm starting a job like tomorrow, I'm probably come out here, spend an hour, just put tools away, everything's clean. I don't know, just kind of helps get my mind right to for that kind of thing. Anyways, back to our bed. The only thing I don't know how, where, why, when, what I'm gonna do, and I have kind of a crazy idea, is I've been looking at cranes, because, golly, there's a lot of times when a crane would be nice. I've thought about doing a couple things. I thought about putting a crane on the truck in place of the turnover ball. I go back and forth on that. And then I thought about, okay, could I make one that, like if we did quick connect couplers, like how fast could we take it in and out? We have the overhead gantry. We have the tractor. In other news, the tractor motor is ready. We're just waiting on the head. I gotta go pick it up. And then haul it over to the shop and get everything ordered, because the machinist wrote down all the specs for the bearings and crank and all that stuff I gotta buy. Well, actually not crank, the cam, the pistons and all that stuff. The crank we were able to reuse. Anyways, so I thought about the crane, making it to where it could like quick connect where the turnover ball was. So if it was like we were in a pickle and I needed to go haul a gooseneck, I could take the crane off. The big reason I think we're going to use a gooseneck is we're going to get a camper. So the turnover ball, we can put a fifth wheel adapter on it and haul our camper that we want to get. So yeah, I keep going back and forth on that one. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. We're looking about adding a second service truck. So we thought, well, maybe that one gets the crane, one gets the gooseneck ball. Because if we add one, it will be a newer 4-door, and we'll use that more for like a family truck, work truck hybrid. So that would be the one we haul the camper with. We'll do a similar bed to that one actually, but then this one could house a crane. The other thing about putting a crane right snap dab in the middle is then I can't load plate. So then I thought, how often do I need a crane? There's times where I need one, but I've always gotten by without it, obviously. So I thought about putting a crane. The biggest thing I could think about using a crane for is delivering products like skid steer attachments and smokers and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, what if we put a crane on like the tongue or the front of a trailer? And then, because like if I'm loading something, I can load it on the trailer. I don't have to load it on the bed. There won't be a lot of room to load stuff onto the bed. Only thing is, there is a lot of jobs where it would be nice to have a crane while we're working, just to help position things. Again, I've always gone away without it, but I don't know, that one's stumping me. So I could put it on one side of the truck and just sacrifice one of my toolboxes. We could make this a taller toolbox that comes up like here, and it has a big door, and then we could put a crane on top of it that shoots over that way. I don't know. I'd have to research how those are on like F-350s. So just a little bit of food for thought. If you guys have an opinion, a suggestion, please, I'm all ears. I want to make the bed really, really cool. I want to do a detailed video when we build it. And it's one of them. I want to build it, but I don't necessarily want to rebuild it in 2 or 3 years. It's kind of one of the things. I want to build it. I want to build it right. And then even when that truck's done, we can pull the bed off and put it on another one as long as the wheel spacing is correct. So those are just kind of thoughts, but yeah, anyways, guys, that's really all I got for you. Hope everyone's having a good week. Subscribe for more, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.